Dr. McCann here. So you've seen that viral dirty soda video, right? The one with all the soda, the coconut cream, the lime. It looks incredible. And let's be real, it's delicious. But the way most people make it, you're looking at as many calories as if you were eating a slice of cheesecake. We're talking about hundreds of calories from pure sugar and fat, basically. The exact opposite of what you want when you're trying to maintain weight. But what if you could take that same idea and flip it? What if you could turn this trend into a secret weapon for weight loss? A tool that helps you kill cravings, stick to your diet, and actually enjoy yourself without feeling like you're missing out. Well, today I'm going to show you the exact recipe, not only that tastes amazing, but is backed by a little bit of surprising research that it can actually maybe help in your weight maintenance or weight loss journey. So why does your brain fight diets anyway? And before we even touch on the recipe, we need to talk about the number one enemy of every diet, and that's feeling deprived. The second you tell yourself you can't have something sweet, what happens? You want it 10 times more. And this becomes a constant battle in your own head. You're fighting cravings, you're feeling hungry, and eventually your willpower just breaks. And this is where most diets die. It's not because you don't want it enough, it's because you're fighting your own biology. Your brain is hardwired to want pleasure. And for a lot of us, that pleasure is in a sweet taste. And this is exactly where our weight loss dirty soda comes in. The idea is simple. Instead of fighting your cravings, you have to outsmart them. You give your brain that sweet taste it's screaming for, but you do it without the avalanche of sugar and calories that usually sends your diet off a cliff. By making one smart swap, you stop that vicious cycle of craving, feeling guilty, and craving more. Just think about it. It's 3 p.m. You're hitting that afternoon slump. You're tired. You're grouchy. All you can think about is a candy bar or full sugar soda. And instead of gritting your teeth and just suffering until dinner, you mix up a delicious, creamy, satisfying, dirty soda that has barely any calories. You get all of the flavor, you get all of the satisfaction, and you stay on track. And this isn't cheating, it's strategy. You're finally working with your brain's reward system instead of against it. So let's take a look at the controversial science with the health impacts of diet soda and artificial sweeteners, and which one you should actually choose. And we all know that regular soda is bad for your health. It leads to weight gain, insulin resistance, multiple other medical problems, and I strongly recommend that you watch my video on soda and the effects of soda on your body for 24 hours to get a little bit deeper dive. But the question I get all of the time is, what about diet soda? Where there are studies showing that switching from real sugar drinks to diet beverages does aid in weight loss, but that's not a surprise at all. The surprise comes when the larger studies, two larger studies, found that people who drank regular or diet soda had higher risk of type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome, which includes health conditions like high blood pressure, high blood sugar, abnormal cholesterol. And additional studies have also linked diet soda to increased cardiovascular risk and vascular events, including stroke. Additionally, some diet sodas contain aspartame, and this is an artificial sweetener that, while considered safe by the US FDA, has been suspected of causing health concerns, including cancer. And that's because when aspartame is metabolized in the body, it breaks down into methanol and formaldehyde, a substance which is known to cause cancer. And this is why the WHO labeled aspartame as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Now, that's not the only nasty ingredients in some of these sodas. They contain phosphoric acid, which is also used to make agricultural fertilizers and detergent, as well as potassium benzoate. In addition, some studies suggest that the artificial sweeteners can activate the reward system in your brain, causing cravings and making you more hungry. So what's the right answer? We can't do diet, we can't do real. And we're going to go over one more study before I answer that. And there was another large study that found that when you look at people who swapped sugary sodas for water versus those who swapped them for diet soda, the diet soda group often ended up maintaining more weight loss. Now, this does not mean diet soda is a magic fat burning potion. It just means that when people are only given water, they might go looking for something to quench that sweet taste somewhere else, like a cookie, a bag of chips, and the diet soda can satisfy these cravings, which leads to them eating fewer calories overall. So, in my opinion here, the key is moderation. A diet soda every once in a while can satisfy cravings, and then making it a little dirty might add a little bit of enjoyment to the day. However, ideally, you can use sparkling water for your dirty beverage. It has all of the bubbly and none of the downfalls. And of course, the additives of the dirty soda will have either real sugar or artificial sweeteners, but this is going to be in much less quantities than the whole beverage. And one more thing about the sparkling water is it has actually been studied to see if it helps cause weight loss. It's imported to induce satiety or the feeling of fullness, gastric motility, and lower sodium glucose concentrations. The carbon dioxide in carbonated water may promote weight loss by enhancing glucose uptake and metabolism in red blood cells. However, the amount is so small that it is difficult to expect weight loss based solely from the carbon dioxide. But hey, it doesn't hurt to try, right? So now the fun part. Let's get to our weight loss dirty soda recipe. This is super simple and you can customize it however you want. The goal is to get that creamy, sweet, fizzy experience without any of the junk. So here's your basic formula. You get your soda. Again, grab a sparkling water. You can do a zero-calorie Coke soda, Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper. I like Zevia since it's sweetened with stevia. But whatever your choice is for this, you pour it in your ice. Then you choose your creaminess. This is the dirty part. Instead of the high-fat heavy cream, we've got smarter options. A splash of condensed almond milk, skim milk, or even oat milk will give you that creamy texture for a fraction of the calories. And then let's do your flavor. Ditch the sugary syrups. The market is packed with amazing sugar-free options. You can find anything from classic coconut and vanilla to wilder fruit flavors. Just a pump or two is all it takes to completely change the game. Now, if you really want to level this up and turn your soda into a hunger-crushing snack, let's make a protein dirty soda. And this is an amazing hack. Adding protein makes the drink way more satisfying, turning it into a real snack that can hold you over for hours. And here's what you do. Instead of milk, you're going to use a ready-made protein shake. A brand like Fairlife or something that you already like is perfect because it's low in sugar and packed with protein. Chocolate or vanilla works best, and just pour your soda over ice and then top it off with about half of that protein shake. Let it swirl around in that glass for your classic look. You want to actually take in the environment. And what you just made isn't a drink, it's a strategic tool. It's fizzy, it's creamy, it tastes like a treat, and that protein boost helps shut down your appetite. It's the perfect way to satisfy your sweet tooth while also helping you hit your protein goals, which is crucial for keeping your muscle while you lose the fat, especially if you're on the GLPs. Another trick is putting amino acids. Add amino acids into your dirty soda. Amino acids have been shown to help maintain your muscle, especially before working out. So adding the whole whey protein or amino acids, either is a great option. So here's the bottom line. Is Diet Coke a health food? No, of course it's not a health food. But it can be a useful tool that is way better than the sugary version. This is about choosing the better option, not chasing the impossible standard of perfection. This is all about strategy, not magic. So in conclusion, that viral dirty soda in its original form is a dessert in a cup. Do your waistline any favors. But the idea behind it is practically begging for a strategic makeover. With a few smart swaps, a zero-calorie soda, a low-calorie creamer, or a protein shake, some amino acids, and a sugar-free syrup, you can turn it in to your secret weapon. You get a delicious, fun drink that crushes your sweet cravings, stopping you from reaching for something that'll undo your progress. You can even supercharge it with the protein and amino acids, and you can feel satisfied for hours. So it isn't about calling diet drinks a health food. It's about having a practical answer for a very real problem. The daily battle against cravings is where most diets are lost. Water is always going to be the champion drink for your health, but for those moments when your sweet tooth is raging and your willpower is about to tap out, having a weight loss 30 soda ready to go can be one thing that keeps you in the game. You can have your trendy treat and lose weight too.